Hello, my name's Glaceri Eve, and I'm a proud Afro-Latina and soon-to-be first-generation graduate with my Bachelor's of Science in Forensic Psychology and a Spanish translation certification. My mother has been my main source of inspiration. Without her unwavering support and sacrifices, I would not be here today. And I owe all of the amazing experiences I've had at St. Rose to her willingness to selflessly advocate for my college career. I have been fortunate to be surrounded and inspired by so many dynamic women throughout my life, and the opportunity to be a Bold Women's Leadership Network scholar has truly been life-changing. With remarkable mentorship and amazing sponsors like Yolanda Caldwell, this program has equipped me with all of the necessary skills to thrive in my career. I can't fully express the privilege it has been to be celebrated and fully supported by a network of incredible women leaders at St. Rose. And because of this experience, I'm very inspired to support women leaders in the future. That is why I am honored today to introduce philanthropist Dominick Purnomo, an admirable entrepreneur and someone who has relentlessly pursued his dreams while still giving back to the community. Thank you.
So I was fortunate to have been born to two restaurateurs, so I'm a second-generation restaurateur. My parents, Chef Yono and Donna Purnomo, opened their first restaurant in 1982 and then founded Yono's in 1986. And at the behest of my parents, after badgering them to come let me work in the restaurant, at 13 I started my illustrious career as a busboy.
Well, I met Dominick Purnomo back in the 80s. I met him through his parents, Donna and Yono Purnomo. He's like a brother at times, and he's like a son at other times. I admire what he's done. I'm very happy to see him be recognized in this way.
So as long as I've known Dominick, he has been involved in some way or another in just about every charity in Albany. Whether it's been the Wine and Dine for the Arts, which gave back to the art community in the Capital Region, whether it's been Feed Albany, giving back to the United Way, Dominick will always continue to serve. He never says no. He will take on more projects than he can handle, but he knows how to ask help, and he's got a great team behind him.
In my life, I've been given so many opportunities because of the community that I've grown up in. Obviously, started with my family, with my parents, and there's been a lot of people who have helped me along the way to get to where I am. And I think I want to be able to do everything that I can to empower other people in our community. I
don't think some people realize that Dominick nationally has been involved in charitable events that have raised over $30 million. Here locally during COVID, he stood up and realized that there was a real need, and he formed what was called Feed Albany, and fed over 1 million meals during that time period. And I think that's a pretty remarkable example of a commitment to the community around him.
When we started Feed Albany, obviously it was when the pandemic had just begun. I think there was a lot of despair and a lot of hopelessness in the beginning of the pandemic. And I think whether people came in and helped volunteer, whether they contributed food or did deliveries or didn't feel comfortable leaving their homes, but could give a monetary gift or donation, that all helped further the mission.
All the food was made with dignity, and that was very important to Dominick, that regardless of what your status was, your income, what you could or couldn't afford, Feed Albany didn't ask any questions. We provided every single person with a well-cooked, well-balanced meal, and that was really important to him.
If I could describe Dominick Purnomo in one word, that would be tough. I think the first word would be compassion. And the second word, which is probably the most obvious, is hospitality. Because his goal in life is to take care of others, and that's where the word hospitality comes from.
Dominick is a caring person. He comes from a caring family. He will care for his children, care for his parents, care for his friends. He wants to do what he can for everybody and anybody in the community, and that shows in his day-to-day work.
The number one thing that motivates me again is my 3 children, and I think trying to make the world that they grow up in be a little bit better, a little kinder, a little more tolerant. I always remind them that though it's nice to be important, it's more important to be nice. And I hope that by my own actions and the things that are important to me, that I'll be able to set a good example for them to then carry that on as well.